Surprise! What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about Belle Collective. Season 6, episode 3, and the name of the episode is called It Goes Down in the DM. What do y'all got me watching? What do y'all got me watching? Y'all asked me, y'all told me that the new season of Belle Collective was coming on, and y'all told me to watch it and review it, and I said that I would. And I tried to. I tried to get, well, it took me a while, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a while because once I finally tried to watch it, it was already episode 2. And I tried to watch the first episode, and I saw Marie pull up in a Nissan, and somebody drive through, looked like she was in Timmy Chan's drive through, talking about where your boss, and I was like, oh no, baby, strike one. Strike one. I believe she was in LATRICE's. Yeah, she was in LATRICE's parking lot. I thought she was at Timmy Chan somewhere talking about she was going to get some hair through the drive-through. Then when Marie got out the car and came into LATRICE's place of business, and she called her BBL Marie, and LATRICE sitting up here built like a bell pepper. I said,
is it supposed to look like that?
She said BBL Marie, that was strike 2. And then when Marie said that she was dating 2 men, I turned it off. I said, baby, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I said, no, I can't do them like that. Give it another try. Give it another try. I was watching it on one morning, getting ready to go to the gym. And I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and give it a chance. And I liked it. I got through it. I liked it. So I don't want this review to be very, very long, because what I'm noticing is that it's taking me a long time to edit reviews that are very, very long. So we're going to have to cut that down. We're going to talk about the episode, but we're going to talk about some things that happened before the episode. And then we'll get on track. First, and the most important thing that I saw was the intro. Absolutely not. I don't know if episode 3 was the first time them showing the intro. I believe that was the first time that I saw it. Absolutely not. It was ghetto. It wasn't even given HBCU. It wasn't even given HBCU. I told y'all that Love and Marriage Huntsville give me HBCU. This didn't even give HBCU. I think that those girls should have stayed in practice. They should have stayed in practice until they got it right and was ready to shoot. What that showed me is that these girls never took any type of dance class in their life. None of them. And all of this hair flipping and stuff like that.
You not fab like that to be doing all of that. Learn your place, earn your spot.
Y'all not even doing it like that. Y'all got to be focused on the regular boom cat first before you get to trying to do the whole hair choreography or choreography with your hair. You need to be able to dance first. You have to graduate into doing the stuff with your hair, LATRICE. I'm going to try to go through the episode and touch what has happened already, and we're going to try to go through each person if we got time, okay? And again, we can't talk about everything, so we got to start off with Marie. Now, Marie is having pizza with Martin, and she's ended things with Martin. I believe that Martin is a paid actor.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Be very clear.
I do. I believe that Marie paid Martin, but she did it the smart way. She paid him some months before so she can have receipts. So she got pictures and stuff and videos of her with Martin being around each other. So in case she was ever called out about it, she can say, oh, no, I've been knowing this man, which is smart, right? But Marie, you can't fool me. You can't pull one up on me, Miss Girl. I don't believe that she was ever with Martin. Not because he was white. It's not because he's white. It's just Martin. I don't believe that she was ever with Martin. Now, why is Marie showing up with chaps everywhere and she's shaped like a bell pepper? Why? Why are we coming on with chaps everywhere? No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Now, she said that she's breaking up with Martin so she can focus on Curtis. Curtis gives me real delicate. I'm sorry.
Real delicate. Not delicate.
When I saw Curtis's house, I almost turned the TV off again. It was a white refrigerator. It was a white stove. It was a white microwave. It was white walls. The walls ain't have not nailed picture on the walls. And what took me out was him and Marie was sleeping in a full-size bed.
You can't do that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So far, Letitia and Curtis don't have no pictures on their wall. I'm wondering if that's how they are living or was OWN not able to show the art on their wall. And Oprah, I know people think because you're a billionaire, you got to pay for everything. I don't think that way. Now, this is what I think you should have been paying for. If them girls was unable, if these people was unable to get these pictures and stuff on their walls because they weren't able to show it, you should have been paying so those pictures can be showed on the wall to help these people out. Because right now it's the trash. I'm afraid. I just think that they didn't decorate their house. I think they just moved in, bought the beds and couches in, and said, "Fuck decorate walls and stuff like that." That's what I think. Now, I must say, I like Marie. I think that she's funny. I think that I can hang with Marie in real life. I love how she got Kerri together about that drawstring ponytail and dressing like a grandmother. I loved it. I loved it. I like Marie. Speaking of Kerri, we got Kerri next. Kerri is a new cast member on the show. I believe that I came across, not I believe, I know that I came across her social media page before, but she did not have that drawstring ponytail in her head. She didn't have that drawstring ponytail in her head. Remember Giselle used to, Grace and what is it? Adore and not Grace. What is it? Adore and Angel used to wear drawstring ponytails. I think that girls like Kerri are able to get away with the drawstring ponytails because she's light skinned. And I think that they have been able to get away with the drawstring ponytail. But the thing with Kerri, to me, was that hers didn't even match her leave out.
That's wrong.
She had a ponytail, her bang, and her leave out was all three different textures. I like Kerri too. I really like all of the girls. So I haven't really seen anything that I didn't like. But I will say for Kerri, she did come in strong if this is her first season. I'm sure this is her first season because they said it. But she did come in really, really strong at Marie's birthday party. She came in really, really strong. She was talking like she'd been knowing Marie for years. She's been talking like she'd been knowing Martin for years. Now, Kerri and her husband, we found out that they've been together since they was 15 and 16 years old. He was a professional baseball player, and now he's an agent. Matt ended up telling Kerri that her biggest flaw is that she has to balance her work life and her personal life. She admits that she feels deficient in her personal life, meaning being a mom and a wife, and he tells her he just needs to see more effort from her for her because he feels like that he's putting in 80% of the work. And when he said that he was putting in 80% of the work, I was wondering, what does he mean by that? Is he doing 80% of the work at home with the kids? I don't know what that means that he's putting in 80% of the work at the house because them are your kids too. And I'm sure when he was playing baseball, well, he didn't say that he retired, so he probably still is an agent right now. But I'm pretty sure when he was playing baseball that she was putting in more than the 80% of the work. So it's, but at least they're communicating and trying to figure it out. She did assure him that she will put in more effort. And he was like, okay, let's see. He wasn't nasty about it or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with telling your partner that, you need help in communicating with your partner. Everything doesn't have to be a fight. I don't believe that everything has to be a fight. Next, we got Selena, baby. Selena is bad, baby. Selena is bad, and Selena is bad, baby, and none of her kids look like her. I'm sorry. None of her daughters look like her. Now, she is engaged to a man named Mike. And she said a big problem they have in their relationship is communication. Now, they're looking to Glen and LATESHIA for advice, but I don't think from what I'm seeing of them and from what LATESHIA was giving Glen a massage in either the first or the second episode, and the poor ass bitch didn't even have no pictures on the wall. Anyway, she was giving him a massage, and she was talking about all the problems and stuff that they went through. So I'm thinking that he done had babies on her, and he done cheated on her and stuff before. So I don't need y'all trying to give me any type of advice at all. Selena shares that she lost her son 5 years ago, and she said that she had, well, her exact words was, she was telling Mike that she has like an emotional attachment. She don't even know what she got. I think that she needs therapy. I think that she's trying to fill the void of her son with Mike, and that's not going to work. Now, I do understand her needing to talk to him, right? Let me know where you're going. But it's unreasonable for her to hear from Mike every hour of the day in every move that he makes. And she said that it was a trigger for her, and she wants to know where he's going. I think that she needs therapy. I think that she's just gonna need some therapy. She's gonna have to get into some therapy. I can't imagine the pain of losing a child. I don't even have a child, but one of a family friend told me that when her brother died, that her mother grieved her brother for over 30 years until she died. And she looked at me dead in my face and she said, Andrew, my mama grieves my brother every day. She told me that. And I will never forget her telling me that. Selena is throwing an all-right affair called the Release, Restore, Renew. Now, she didn't really say how her son got killed. All I know is that he got killed, but now she's saying, I'm assuming that her son got shot. And I hate to automatically assume because it's a black boy that they got shot. So I was trying to wait for her to tell me, but I'm assuming now she got shot because she said because how my child was taken away from me. LATRICE ended up talking about losing several brothers. I can't imagine. When I was in the third or fourth grade, I will never forget, I had a dream that my brother died. And the next morning, we used to walk to school because our school was like right there. And the next morning, my brother had left before I did. So I had not seen him. I must have overslept or something because I didn't see him. And he went to school before me. And so my first time seeing him that day was at lunch. And when I saw him at lunch, I just started crying. And my teacher was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And then when my grandmother had asked me, I remember when I was going home, my grandmother and my brother was getting ready to go to the store. And I remember I saw him again and I started crying again. And my grandmother was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I just told her, I just had a dream that y'all died. And she just gave me a hug and she said, baby, we here. We here. Don't worry about it, baby. We here. She did. I just can't imagine losing a sibling. I feel like losing a sibling would hurt worse than losing a parent because in my mind, you know more about your siblings. You know your parent as a mom and dad, and you kind of expect them to go anyway. You don't really expect a sibling to go. You just think that you and your sibling are going to be riding it off to old age for the rest of your lives. But as you start living more, it can happen. But it was a nice event. They ended up releasing balloons at the end where they wrote messages to their loved ones on the balloons. And I thought that was nice. Now, Latrice ended up throwing a pool party, and the pool party was couples only. Now, we found out earlier in the season that her best friend, Amber, she's a bulldagger, she broke up with her stud. She was married to somebody named Jovan. I believe that's the girl named Jovan. She's a stud. And they ended up getting a divorce. And so she's single now, and she's ready to mingle. And I remember Latrice's husband had asked her, was she looking for a man or a woman? She didn't even know what she was looking for, so she's single. But Latrice said that this is supposed to be a couples event, so you had to be a couple. So she went and got her bulldagger and brought her with her to come into the event. And I gotta call it like it is. Amanda was brought to that event to call out Glen for being in her DMs and to throw it in Letitia's face.
Point blank, period.
And the thing about it is, Amanda wasn't slick about it at all. She wasn't slick about it at all. Because even before the question came up about someone being attracted to somebody else in the group, she was already making slick comments. She was already making slick comments towards Glen. So it showed me that you were sitting on ready. You wanted it to come out at the event. And if I'm Letitia, I'm pissed because I feel like that Latrice set her up. And that's just the truth. If I'm Letitia, Latrice, you knew that my man was in her DM and you knew that she was going to expose it at your event. Y'all planned it. It was an ambush. Y'all ambushed me. You could have pulled me to the side and told me that. It would be different if it came out at somebody else's event. But the fact that you already knew about it, this is supposed to be your best friend, and we at your event? Nah. Nah, mama. Nah, mama. But on the other hand, if I'm Latrice, if I knew this nigga done cheated on you, I ain't saying nothing. If I knew that this nigga done cheated on you before and you ain't left the nigga, I'm not saying that. If I knew that this nigga done had a baby on you before and you left and all this other type of stuff that she was trying to explain in the first episode, and they said when this season starts, they're going to start anew, I'm not saying nothing. I wouldn't say nothing unless it was my best motherfucking friend. And I mean that. I'm not saying nothing to nobody unless it was my best friend, because what I have learned in my 37 years is that these people ain't leaving no way. And Latrice and Letitia would be into it, and LATESHIA would be back over there with Glen. And she had been over here trying to fight LATRICE about something. But the thing is, LATRICE, you still invited Amber to the event. You didn't have to tell her nothing, but your good homegirl didn't have to come in here and expose her in front of everybody. And that was an ambush, and you set that up. You set it up.
These bitches trying to child boo.
But y'all, that's all I got so far. I feel like I got through with everybody real quick. We didn't really see too much of Tamara, who's on the show. Let me see if I can find a picture of the cast real quick to make sure that I talked about everybody. Let me see. So we got LATESHIA, LATRICE, hit her up, Marie Hamilton, Tambra Cherie, Kerri Paul, Selena Johnson. Her name's Selena Johnson? Okay. Latrice's husband is the older guy. And LATRICE was basically saying the same thing that Selena was saying. If I'm calling you and I want you to be at home, it's not that I'm thinking that you're cheating or you out here with another woman. It's because I got this trauma built up because of what happened to my brothers. I just want to make sure that you're safe. I just want to make sure that you're okay. And it seems like that LATRICE's husband took that into consideration. Because now that he has a bar on top of the restaurant, now he has some condos on top of the restaurant, and he's been sleeping at the bar lately. I don't know if I trust that either. Okay? But y'all, that's all I got right now. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that LATRICE set LATESHIA up? And if y'all LATRICE, do y'all think that LATRICE should have told LATESHIA that Glen was in Amber's DM? I don't think that she should have. Me personally, I don't think that she should have, and I know that I wouldn't tell her. She would have had to be my best friend for me to tell her. And really depends on how my best friend was moving if I would have said something. Now, I'm telling you, tell me though.
What?
If you seen my nigga in somebody DMs, or if you seen my nigga doing something, tell me and let me know. Because I'm going to handle the situation accordingly. Because I can guarantee you, I won't be there. I won't be there no more. But I'm just saying, I don't usually get into people's situations like that or relationship stuff like that unless it's my best friend. Because you will fall out with a person. Especially a person like LATESHIA, who it appears, or for what I'm to understand, that Glen been stepping out on her. Time and time again. And the thing is, LATESHIA is not a bad looking woman. She's a heavy-set girl, but she's not a bad looking woman. I think that she has a pretty face. She actually would remind me of my sister on my daddy's side. Again, thank y'all so much for clicking on the video, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support. I will try to, this came on Friday. I got it out by Sunday. I'm going to try to have it out by Sunday. I'm going to try to edit it and have it out by Sunday. But in the future, I'm going to try to have these videos out by Saturday or Sunday. I am enjoying the show. And I can't believe I'm watching another Carlos King production. But listen, I'm going to chuck it up to Oprah because you know that's my auntie. But thank y'all again so much for clicking on the video, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support. And I'll see y'all later. Adios.